Hello guys, welcome again. This is the Bystander guy. I just have a quick video, something I've been thinking about a lot. VR games. Yeah, we heard about VR games since the PlayStation VR came out, and the Oculus, and the HTC Vive. Well, in my opinion, I think VR games are not going to stay here for long, especially in consoles. Um, let's just get into it. So back in 2018, VR games, or most likely the VR hardware, like the PSVR, the HTC, all those, they reached $3.6 billion, and that's a lot. In the quarter 4 in 2018, the PSVR was number one, selling around 700,000 units. This makes sense because it was between October and December. There's a lot of sales, so people decided to buy them. The Oculus Go sold only 555,000 units. The Oculus Rift 160,000, and the HTC Vive 130,000. Now, when we talk about VR, we're talking about the hardware only. The games, I'll talk about those later. So you paid like $400 for a PlayStation, then $100 or $200 for the PlayStation VR, and for the PC, your PC has to be, capable of running it. And for that, it's really I don't know the price, but you need a good graphics card, a good CPU, good memory. Then you got that, and then you need a good room to play the VR. So those are limitations I think are big factors whenever I'm saying that the PlayStation, I'm actually VR, it's not gonna be here for long. When we're talking about games, the Beat Saber has sold more than 1 million copies on Steam only. I don't have data for PlayStation, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be high. And it makes sense. It's a fun game. I play that game. I like that game, and it makes sense for VR because you actually, I mean, it's a beat saver. Your beat. It's about beats of music, and you're playing your arms around, which is fun. The Super Hot VR sold around 500 to 1 million copies. Again, it's a good game on PC, not VR like the regular game. In VR, it's even more fun because you're actually throwing the gun away or the sword. Pavlov VR is sold around the same, and Gorn 200 to 500,000. I mean, Skyrim VR 200 to 500,000 units of gaming, and Job Simulator the same. And we're talking about Steam only again. I couldn't get data for the PlayStation and all that, so I'm basing it only on Steam, which I think, of course, I'm using a large portion of profits, but it's a good chunk. Pretty much everybody is using Steam for VR mostly, and the price for each game is around $30, give or take. So that's quite a lot of money, like quite a lot. And it makes sense again. They're fun games. Skyrim is different though, because it's more linear per se. Like, not linear, yeah, linear, because Beat Saber and all those are like mini games to it. Like you select the type of campaign, or what's it called, level per se, and Skyrim is like you're just there and you're gonna kill the dragon or so. Alduin. And Job Simulator the same thing, it's just level. So Skyrim is different, and I know Doom has its own VR game, but I'm not sure about it. I don't know how it works. So let's stay with that. Now we're thinking about VR games. We need to take in consideration, why am I buying this game? Like, what brought me the attention for me to be buying this game? And it makes sense. I am buying it because I know it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be 30. Well, especially on PlayStation, I think it's $60 to play Skyrim again. Even though I hadn't passed Skyrim in so many consoles, but I'm gonna finish it on VR. But you're just moving around, managing inventory, walking, killing some NPCs. I really wonder how well the programming has to be done for Skyrim whenever you're gonna attack somebody, because I think it's more kind of like cheating to just fly around your sword and kill the skeleton or whatever you're killing. Whereas Beat Saber is pretty straightforward. Just slice the block with the correct saber and you're good to go. So when we're talking about VR games, they have to capture someone's attention and like I'm talking about mostly story based. So they have to be immersive. You have to have good gameplay mechanics, like not awkward movements or so, because then you're gonna feel odd unless the atmosphere of the game, the music of the game, makes you feel like you're actually there. Um, so they have to also be like non-linear, and by this I mean that I find it really difficult for a story setting to be played in a VR game. I mean, some exceptions can be done. For example, the Star Wars Vader's Immortal, but again, it's because it's behind a franchise, a big franchise already known. Everybody loves Star Wars more now, so you helping Vader and it's a VR game. Again, you cannot omit all those, like, oh, I'm just flaying my lightsaber up and down, whatever, because again, it's a Star Wars, so you cannot just focus that I'm playing a Star Wars game, so I like it. Whereas the Kinect, I think it was not as what's it called, not as good, but because of the gameplay mechanics were not as serious. Like Vader is like, okay, I'm this guy and my ship got stopped and the Darth Vader wants me to open this thing and he goes. This is episode 1. You haven't seen gameplay. I seen it and I really enjoyed it. And Vader wants you to help find something. I don't know. He finds something on you and you need to go help Vader and you have a lightsaber and I mean, you know what I mean? You're like in the story already. You're set. Where the Kinect is like, just do this motion and push the droids aside, and that's it. You're good. And for that, I don't know. It feels weird for me. Probably did well. I'm not sure, but again, that's just me seeing it as a point that I played VR games that are mostly um linear. Like you just go a level, finish the level. Oh, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna play it again. And I have not played any VR game that is a story setting. So I do not know. Therefore, my opinion may be flawed. This is why I'm just making the video. I just wanted to point that out. That's my opinion. So another thing about VR games that there's a lack of them, as I've seen, and most of them are linear. And I mean, it makes total sense because you, as the program developer, well, someone as a program developer, I'm not a program developer. Probably you are. I don't know. You have to make the game. Let's say for Skyrim. Okay, we have the formula for Skyrim. We know how it's coded and everything. Well, guess what? We need to code it again so it can be played on a VR perspective. Those kind of things are different or difficult because imagine you just trying to figure out, okay, how's the player gonna be, the calibration of the controller or whatever, the what's it called, the screening, like the screen you need to see, like the dimensions on it on the screen. Those things, I think it's kind of hard, and especially because you're only selling it for VR. Not a lot of people, let's say, have a PlayStation VR or have a VR at home, so you're gonna opt out to, in a business standpoint, you're gonna say, okay, never mind, let's just make a game for regular PC, regular consoles, and we're gonna sell it. Now that's how you make money, and that's a business. You want to make money, you want to make a profit. So instead of focusing on VR that has a limited market, you're gonna go for the one that everybody's doing because everybody's playing games on their console or on their PCs more than VR. And also, much more of the linear games that I played, or non-linear. I'm probably using this word wrong, but I don't remember what I was writing. For example, the game Man of Medan or Until Dawn, they rely on storytelling, quick time events, and they're accompanied by the atmosphere that you feel and the connection that is made between you and the characters you're playing. So trying to transfer that into a VR game, you know where I'm going, is kind of awkward, weird. So other games do this well, but they're not VR, like the Red Dead Redemption series and Mass Effect, because you're actually feeling like, not really feeling like you feel like you're there, like you're saving the galaxy or you're in this West, and you're just the Western times, and you're just trying to kill everybody who's trying to cross you. So trying to incorporate these factors into a VR mechanic, it could deter the immersiveness due to awkward movements or poor calibration, as I mentioned. And that's pretty much it. I just wanted to talk about that. And also a really little announcement. So me and some friends are working on a Destiny 2 mostly focused podcast. We're going to talk about a little point of view of the games. I haven't played that game a lot. I played it until Shadowkeep. I haven't played Shadowkeep, nor the season pass before that. But I got an idea. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was a little bit of rambling, but just wanted to make this little quick. Alright, take care.